2024 Aston Martin Vanquish. The Aston Martin will likely be bolting an AMG-sourced twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8 into the Vanquish, and it'll pair with two electric motors to form a plug-in hybrid powertrain. That's a change from the hybrid 3.0-liter V6 that the company had originally planned to be built in-house. While the Vanquish will have a version of the same powertrain found on the Valhalla, we think it's unlikely it'll make the same 937 horsepower. There might even be a chance that Aston offers an all-electric version of the Vanquish. Either way, we expect it to feature a bonded aluminum space frame instead of the carbon fiber tub that will be used on the company's hypercars. The lack of aggressive aerodynamic technology that adorned the concept suggests this Aston will be more of a grand tour than its much more expensive track-focused siblings. 2024 BMW i8M. The i8M, or whatever BMW decides to call its next-generation hybrid sports car, will be all new for the 2026 model year. We expect to find out more as we get closer to the car's on-sale date, which is predicted to be sometime in 2025 as a 2026 model. The i8M's plug-in hybrid powertrain is anticipated to follow the same basic setup as the current i8, which means an electric motor driving the front wheels and a mid-mounted gasoline engine and electric motor for the rear wheels, in lieu of the i8's turbocharged 1.5-liter three-cylinder gas engine. BMW has said the new car will offer a turbocharged four-cylinder. The company also claims a total system output gas and electric power combined of 591 horsepower, which is far more than the i8's 369 horsepower output. This upgraded powertrain will help the i8M compete with rivals such as the Lexus LC500H and the new Chevrolet Corvette E-Ray. 2023 BMW XM. The BMW XM is fitted with a newly developed plug-in hybrid drivetrain. The M hybrid system in the BMW XM consists of a new 483 horsepower V8 engine with M twin power turbo technology and a 194 horsepower electric motor integrated into the 8-speed M Steptronic transmission. Together, they generate a maximum system output of 644 horsepower at 5,400 RPM and 590 feet-pounds of torque between 1,600 and 5,000 RPM. Power is channeled to the road via the MX Drive all-wheel drive system. The combination of an electric motor and 8-cylinder engine produces immense, instantaneously available power sustained throughout the rev range. The M hybrid system also enables purely electric driving with an anticipated range of 30 miles. The BMW XM shares its drive concept of an 8-cylinder combustion engine supported by an electric motor with the newly developed endurance racing car from BMW M Motorsport. The BMW M Hybrid V8 will go racing in the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship in North America in 2023 at venues including Daytona. The following season, it will power BMW M Motorsport's return to the FIA World Endurance Championship and the 24 Hours of Le Mans. 2024 Cadillac Celestiq. The Celestiq is heading for production as an all-new model for Cadillac's 2024 lineup, but don't expect to see this showstopper sitting on your local dealer's showroom floor. Celestiqs will be special ordered, tailored to each customer's specifications, and likely will be delivered as discreetly as they are purchased. While much of the Celestiq is highly customizable, its powertrain is not. All models come with a dual-motor all-wheel drive electric powertrain that Cadillac estimates will make around 600 horsepower. The company says that's enough to launch the Celestiq to 60 miles per hour in 3.8 seconds, which would put it in the same league as entry-level models of the Audi e-tron GT and the Porsche Taycan. Rather than attempting to be a big sports sedan, we expect the Celestiq to take a much tamer, comfort-oriented approach to road manners, more Bentley than Blackwing. An adaptive air suspension system is standard, as is a rear-wheel steering feature that helps the long sedan maneuver more lithely in tight spots and swing tighter U-turns. 2024 Ferrari Purisang. To purists scoffing at an SUV wearing the famed prancing horse badge, we'll point to the naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12 engine lurking under the Purisang's hood. Nothing says Ferrari more than a screaming 715 horsepower 12-cylinder, and it even wears the brand's signature red painted valve colors. The engine makes a hearty 528 pound-feet of torque, and it estimates that it should power the Purisang to 60 miles per hour in just 3.2 seconds and onto a top speed of 193 miles per hour. We came away from the initial test drive quite impressed with the Purisang's handling and performance, alleviating any remaining doubt we had that Ferrari's first SUV would be a dud. An adaptive suspension system is standard and uses an electric motor at each corner of the SUV to apply force to the dampers during cornering maneuvers to control body roll. As such, the Purisang has no need for traditional anti-roll bars, and it can also hunker down during hard driving by reducing its ride height by 0.4 inches. At full chat, the Purisang does its best impression of its sports car siblings, and it's one that's fairly convincing. 2024 Ford Mustang. The new Mustang comes standard with an upgraded turbocharged 315 horsepower 2.3-liter 4-cylinder EcoBoost engine with 350 pound-feet of torque. That's 5 horsepower more than the previous Mustang, but still trails the last-gen EcoBoost Performance's 330 horsepower. While every EcoBoost Mustang gets a 10-speed automatic transmission, the Mustang GT, which continues to offer a 5.0-liter V8, has a 6-speed manual standard. The last generation's Coyote V8 produced 450 horsepower with 420 pound-feet of torque, but the new unit is rated for 480 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque. Ford says an optional performance exhaust increases output to 486 horsepower and 481 pound-feet. The all-new Mustang Dark Horse model is a track-focused step-up based on the GT that uses a 500 horsepower 5.0-liter V8 with either a 10-speed automatic transmission or a 6-speed manual. Ford said the heart of this engine contains connecting rods from the 760 horsepower Mustang Shelby GT500 plus a revised intake system. The test team hasn't strapped their instruments to the new pony yet, but will update this space as soon as they have. 2024 Ford Ranger. While Ford could pull a switcheroo, we think the new Ranger will come with the same turbocharged 2.3-liter 4-cylinder as the outgoing model. This engine provides ample power to hustle the mid-size truck around, and we don't expect it to change with the new model. Ford says it will offer a turbodiesel V6 in other markets, but we don't think it will make its way to North America. A variety of transmissions are available, including a 6-speed manual and a 10-speed automatic, but we think Ford will stick with the 10-speed as standard equipment on Rangers in the US. The current model is capable of towing up to 75 pounds, which puts it near the top of its class for mid-size pickups. We expect the new model to offer similar capability. Inside, the Ranger's cabin receives a modern look with an available digital gauge display, textured dashboard trim, and honeycomb patterned air vents. Most of the truck's various controls and buttons have been digitized and are now part of the infotainment system. Ford has incorporated several interior storage solutions into the new Ranger's interior design, including a hidden upper glove box in the dashboard, larger door pocket cubbies, and storage located under the truck's rear seat. 2024 GMC Hummer EV. For now, the only powertrain available in the Hummer is a setup with 3 electric motors that make 1,000 horsepower. All-wheel drive is standard. The Hummer rocketed to 60 miles per hour in 3.3 seconds thanks to its Watts to Freedom launch control driving mode. While we were wowed by its acceleration, we were disappointed by its braking performance. Slowing all the Hummer's mass down to a stop from 70 miles per hour took an extra long 211 feet, and repeated runs resulted in noticeable brake fade. Maneuverability at low speeds is better than expected, a direct result of the rear-wheel steering system. But once you're up and running, the Hummer EV is as unwieldy to drive as other lifted bulldozers. Speaking of towing and payload, GMC says the Hummer can tow up to 75 pounds. That's less than the towing capacities of other pickups such as the Rivian R1T. and the Ford F-150 Lightning, which are rated for 11,000 pounds and 10,000 pounds respectively. During our towing test pulling a 61-pound double-axle camping trailer, the range of our Hummer dropped to just 140 miles at 70 miles per hour. 2023 Land Rover Defender 80. Land Rover will likely build the 80 in Asia on a platform shared with parent company Tata and related to the one that underpins the existing India market Tata Harrier. Powertrain options should include JLR's smaller turbocharged Ingenium engines, possibly including a 3-cylinder with hybrid and plug-in options. When the Defender 80 arrives sometime in 2022, with prices starting just above $30,000, it could possibly compete with off-roaders such as the Ford Bronco and Jeep Wrangler, along with their smaller car-based derivatives such as the Bronco Sport and Compass. Aggressive cost-cutting has blackened JLR's balance sheets, but the company needs a mega hit. A rugged, simple understudy to the Defender could prove hugely popular, especially as European buyers move away from bigger and less efficient models. The upcoming Defender 80 is a new baby Land Rover set to be positioned below the recently revived Defender in the brand hierarchy. If it reaches the US market, it could provide a more affordable entry point to the off-road-oriented Defender range. UK media reports have named it the 80, given that Land Rover calls the 2- and 4-door Defenders the 90 and the 110, respectively, although there is no confirmation of that. 2023 Mazda 6. All 2023 Mazda 6 models get an updated power steering system, while G25 Touring and up now get wireless Apple CarPlay for their otherwise carry over 8.0 inches MZD Connect touchscreen infotainment systems. G35 GTSP and G35 Atenza models get the brand's cruising and traffic support semi-autonomous driver assist feature. The G35 GTSP also gets black gloss signature wings front and rear, with the wagon also getting gloss black roof rails, while G35 Atenza models come standard with black Napa leather upholstery. Sadly, the walnut brown and pure white colorways are no more. The flagship Skyactiv G2.5-liter turbocharged petrol engine now develops 173 kW at 4,250 revolutions per minute. Peak torque remains at 420 Nm. But Mazda says the motor will make an additional 8 Nm at 4,250 revolutions per minute compared to before. Mazda says the 6-speed automatic has also been updated to provide a more direct upshift response and exciting driving feel, while the reactive force of the accelerator pedal has been increased to provide more direct and intuitive connection to the engine's torque. The special 20th anniversary edition, commemorating 2 decades and more than 144,000 Mazda 6 sales in Australia, is based on the G35 Atenza and comes exclusively in artisan red and rhodium white metallic finishes. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment in the comment section below.